Tonight, a special Memorial Day look at Arlington National Cemetery. My colleague Brett Baier with the sentinels who stand watch over hallowed ground every minute of every day.
Every Memorial Day, this place is abuzz. Thousands come from around the country to pay respects, to remember. More than 400,000 are buried here at Arlington National Cemetery. The iconic image, of course, is the Tomb of the Unknowns. What you don't know, perhaps, is that every day, 24 hours a day, for almost 77 years straight, a sentinel has been standing guard there, rain or shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Staff Sergeant Command of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army. Guard of Honor to the unknown soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard.
Someone's always there.
Always. We've had a guard watching over the unknowns since midnight, July 2nd, 1937. So we're coming up on 77 years. I have no stories, no incident reports or anything to indicate that there's ever been a lack of guard.
No lapse.
None. 77 years.
Pretty impressive.
It is, and I think the even more impressive part is that it's all volunteer. So all of the guys and girls who've served here have all done so willingly.
So when somebody's at home and it's pouring rain and it's ugly, there is somebody that's making those steps.
Absolutely. Every day, every minute of the day. Everybody likes to bring up Hurricane Sandy. This past winter, we've had several inches of snow on a few different occasions, and we've not stopped. I've been here with them through most of the nights for that. We just have to shovel a little faster. We don't view it as being with something from the past. We view it as we're serving with them now. So nobody would leave a battle buddy in a foxhole in a firefight regardless of what's going on. For us, our buddies we're not able to pick them up out of that foxhole and carry them back to safety. So as long as they're going to be there, we're going to be here. So people hear the term quarters and they automatically assume that we live here all the time. So that's not necessarily the case. The guys are on duty for a 24-hour period total. So they'll make food down here, they'll sleep down here when they need to, things like that.
We're getting ready for the top of the hour, so what's happening over here?
The last piece of getting the belt on and making sure the uniform is tucked and neat and presents a flat appearance can't be done by yourself. So it's a group effort to finalize getting dressed. You see the rolls of masking tape there. Those are designed to get lint off and remove lint. They'll burn small strings off. As the day goes on, the weapon will rub on the uniform, causing small hairs to come off the uniform and such. Everything that the Sentinel wears is either hand-built or modified by us here. Most of them in very minute ways, and then placed on the uniform. All of the specific standards that we have down here for all those little press marks and modifications, all the placement of the awards is all measured to 1/64 of an inch. So if they're more than 1/64 of an inch deficient, that's a no-go for us.
And is there a final check?
They do get one final check right before they walk out the door. And then the uniform and weapons inspection that happens outside is not just for show. That is a legitimate last conditions check before the sentinels posted onto the mat.
Somebody sitting at home would say, and that is really cool, but why go to all that trouble?
For us, being able to work with the unknowns is the way that we view our job. We're not guarding somebody who used to be. We're not watching over something from the past. For us, we view it as working with them. The unknowns have no name. They have everything that could possibly be taken from somebody was taken from them. So there's not much that we could do that really compares to that. If you give up a little sleep, if you spend a little extra time working on a uniform, making sure that you do the best that you possibly can do to honor their sacrifice, to honor what they gave up and what was taken from them, that's what we live for.
Do you know exactly how many steps it is?
I've gotten to a point where I don't count so much anymore. I know based off of visual cues and having done it so many times, I know exactly where to stop now. For a guard change outside, we look at fractions of an inch. We measure length of stride, placement of the foot for angle, strike of the heel, hand placement, body posture, head and eye alignment, eye movement, rifle manipulation. When they're maneuvering the rifle, we measure all those things to a fraction of an inch. From the time they leave the door to the time they come back. Hopefully, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be able to tell Sergeant Welch from Sergeant Worth from a guard 10, 15 years ago. It's not about the individual guard, it's about the collective honoring of those who've gone before us. Everybody has a creed, and creeds are really, without anything behind them, they're kind of just words on paper. But for us, we take it very much to heart. So the Sentinels Creed says, "My dedication to this sacred duty is total and wholehearted. In the responsibility bestowed on me, never will I falter. And with dignity and perseverance, my standard will remain perfection. Through the years of diligence and praise and the discomfort of the elements, I will walk my tour in humble reverence. It is he who commands the respect I protect. His bravery that made us so proud. Surrounded by well-meaning crowds by day, alone in the thoughtful peace of night. This soldier will in honored glory rest under my eternal vigilance."
If you come to D.C., you have got to go see it yourself in person. Well, coming up, the EPA goes after your wood stove.